So there are dozens of split squat variations, and all of them provide just a little bit different value to our training. But of course, none of them are going to work if we don't execute them properly. So Dr. D is going to show you how to set it up properly, execute it properly, and then just some other bullet point items to look at.
It's one of my favorite varieties of split squat, mostly because the cable pulls us, especially in a low pulley position, pulls us into the escalator motion of a split squat. Now, there's two components to a split squat. We have the escalator motion, which is kind of down on this angle, and then we have the elevator motion, okay, which is more up and down, okay? So the cable naturally pulls us into this escalator motion. One of the reasons I like that is that it really taxes the lower fibers of the quad, and then you can also feel as you push away from that bottom position into the glutes. Okay, so it really cues us that we're doing the exercise properly. But let me show you how I would set this up. When you have a dumbbell split squat or even a barbell split squat, you can get away with different varieties, perhaps where you have a narrow stance or a short stance type position, okay, because we're going more of an elevator or up and down. But when we do a cable split squat, we often want to have a little bit longer position. So you want to allow yourself to have a longer foot base, okay, so that you can start with your heel elevated, but when you get to the bottom position, you're able to place your hamstring down to your calf, and your knee's going to travel about 1 to 3 inches past your toe. Totally fine if you haven't had a recent knee injury, okay? I want to have neutral shoulder position, neutral hip position, my shoulders over my hips, my cheekbones over my clavicles, so I feel like I'm very upright in my posture, okay? Last thing, and this is important too, we're not going to walk on a tightrope here. So to maintain stability, I'm going to keep a narrow hip width position here, just off big toes off those bony landmarks. I'm going to stride back, keeping my heel elevated. That's how I'm going to get myself in this position. As I travel forward, I still should be under tension. I should not have the cable at rest. I should still be under tension at the bottom so that when I press away, I can feel that motion. Now, if I feel wobbly, it's totally fine to use a dowel rod, okay? You're going to hold this in the offhand, and we're going to allow ourselves to lean on it to create a little bit more stability and focus on creating more tension in those quads and those glutes as we go to the bottom, and then again, contracting the muscle up to the top. So narrow hip width position. My left hand is going to hold the cable when my right foot is forward and working. That right knee is going to travel about 1 to 3 inches forward. I use a dowel rod if I feel a little wobbly, but it's those components that, if executed properly, are going to help you perform an exceptional cable split squat.
So if you want to learn more about nailing every variation, join us for our 2-part course where we'll be breaking it all down.